Hi everyone, meteorologist Rusty Dawkins. We're looking at another severe weather threat, this time for Saturday, July 6, 2024. I was doing the math. I looked at crunching the numbers, and hang on, I wrote it down. It is, okay, so for tornado reports for 2024, so far 122 for the state of Nebraska. The last time we saw this many was back in 2004, which many of you may know, remember for Nebraska was the Hallam tornado year, 112 that year. So we've already had more tornado reports, and we're not even done. It's July. We still have, several months of tornado potential months. So this has been if you're thinking this seems like a lot, it is. It definitely is. And we have another chance. Tornado threat this time is low on Saturday, but the wind and hail threat is pretty high. So let's kind of get to it. This is what we're looking at right here. I'm going to show you two versions of Stormcast. This is the first one. This is the graph, I believe. Notice by 11 a.m., not a whole lot going on yet according to this model. The other model is a little different. But right there, by about between noon and 2 p.m., a line of storms starts to form. And right here, this is kind of when we would see large hail and possibly some gusty winds. Notice how that's kind of got already the reverse C going on. And that's usually when you start to see the very strong winds. And because it's just starting, probably a pretty good chance of seeing some hail as well. Then as we get a couple hours beyond that, it starts to make its way into south central and southeast Nebraska around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, making its way into the Lincoln area. And then that should be about it. As we head past 6 p.m., still some lingering storms in and around the Beatrice area. And then far southeastern Nebraska, you're looking at Richardson County by about 8 or 8:30, and then it's gone. And that's it. So that's version 1. Version 2 is right here. This has it starting just a little bit earlier, about right there. This is 10 a.m., mainly for Cherry County, maybe a little further south and east, like Blaine County, maybe even into Brown County as well. But then it just starts to kind of make its way south and east. This is 11 a.m. Here's noon. Now this is when it really starts to gather itself, so around noon. So the other one had it gathering itself around noon as well, but a little further south. So keep in mind, there's a level of difficulty when it comes to pinpointing these storms. But this one has starting a little further north, then it makes its way into central Nebraska by about 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Now right here is where you would see the better chance for some hail. See those two spots right there? That's telling me a big hail. We're talking like bigger than golf ball, maybe as big as baseball size hail. Then it moves into southeastern Nebraska, and again you got south central Nebraska. Many pockets here of the potential for large hail, bigger than golf ball size hail. So then it makes its way a little further south and a little further east, kind of turning into a wind threat. You're starting to see it kind of bow. I used the wrong one. Hang on. Kind of starting to see it bow a little bit like this. So that is where it kind of transitions from large hail to damaging wind threat by 4 o'clock in the afternoon, makes its way into southeast Nebraska by about 5 o'clock. This is a lot of wind, a lot of rain. The hail part by 5 o'clock should be done for a good portion of south central and southeastern Nebraska, and then it just kind of turns into a damaging wind threat by 6 p.m., 7 p.m., making its way out of Nebraska by about 8 or 9 o'clock, and by 10 o'clock that should be it. So, yeah. I know. So the biggest threat for the Lincoln area, probably right around there, right around your 5, 6, 7 p.m. time frame. And the biggest threat for hail would be probably right around here, I would say, around 2 to 4. So I think central parts of Nebraska, the better hail threat, and southwestern Nebraska, because right, you can see the area right there, and then this area right here. So those are your biggest hail threats, and then everything moves off to the east and southeast, and that should be about it. So overall, a big area of Nebraska under a slight risk. There are some models that are saying that there's not going to be enough in the atmosphere to create these storms. So it's not if it turns into an enhanced risk, or God help us, a moderate risk, then yes, the chance is very, very high. But right now it's just a marginal to slight risk. So there's still a chance that these storms may struggle a little bit. But the best chance for large hail is going to be in this area right here, those hash marks. That means that 2 inches or bigger possibility. Now, golf ball size hail is 1.75, so this is bigger than golf ball. This is like the size of a lime. And there's been talk of baseball size hail in some of these storms that get going. Damaging wind, that usually comes with the territory. The best chance for that is from up here just north of Norfolk all the way down into north central and northwest Kansas, so from McCook to Beatrice, Lincoln, Columbus, Grand Island, and North Platte. Let's see, significant hail. Now this parameter kind of, the deeper the yellow, or if you get some brownish colors or some red colors, that's where your best chance for a significant hail would be. And notice, I'm going to stop it because it kind of flew right through that, right around there. That shows this area right here kind of has the better chance. So this is the deeper yellow, and that's the point we were pointing that out, where those spots of purplish colors in the Stormcast, that's where that was. So I think this is probably your best area for significant hail, somewhere in between North Platte, McCook, and Grand Island. And then everything just kind of fades away. So, I mean, it's still there. So everybody has a chance at some significant hail, but that circled area right there, I think, has the highest chance, at least according to the models right now. Significant tornado parameter, this is all small. I just wanted to show you this just to kind of prove a point that the chance for tornadoes, not even really there. So that's the good news. The bad news is it's another chance for some strong to severe weather. So slight risk for storms is in place for much of Nebraska. Now it's a Saturday, so I'm not sure where I'm going to be. Either I'll be at home, I might come in early to work to just kind of help out and make sure. It depends on when the storms fire up and if there's anybody here. So I'll make sure that someone's covering the storms. But I'll try to jump on YouTube if storms start to get particularly nasty quickly. So like and subscribe, that way the bell dings and you know that there's I've gone live on YouTube. So hopefully that doesn't happen, but it's a possibility for Saturday. So thanks everybody for sticking with me, and we'll see you next time.